Hi there, I'm Oscar, Head of Product for Now Press Play, and I'm here to tell you about the follow-on resources. All of these resources are in the planning section of the app, and you can email them to yourself like this. And then this is what will arrive in your inbox. Let's begin with Recap, Discuss, and Quiz, which is the first resource you should definitely do back in the classroom straight afterwards. Let's have a look inside. So Key Stage 1 begin with this sequencing exercise. This is for our Arctic experience. We first see these images from the story in this wrong order, and perhaps you can guess which one of these moments came last in the story, even though you haven't done it. Let's click to see if you're right. Okay, and then after that, we're into the storyboard discussion, which has these 4 different kinds of discussion question. Here are the first questions for our Key Stage 2 Mission to Mars experience. And I'm just going to give you a moment to read these in your head. If I keep clicking through, we journey through the whole story. And lots of our teachers comment to us on the richness of the discussion they have and the vocabulary being used. And obviously, as well as the discussion, it's just a great chance for the children to visually realize the story. We finish with the curriculum quiz. If you want to assess your children for the learning objectives, this is the place to come. Let's answer question 3 together. Why did you need to do exercise in space? Is it A, B, C, or D? Could you tell your neighbor or shout out the answer? And if I click, we can find out if you were correct. Yes, it is C. We're then into our 4 literacy resources. First off, the glossary. This can go on the whiteboard or you could print it as a poster, and it's also actually in the app. It has all the key vocabulary from the experience, and some teachers like to pre-teach these words beforehand, or you can use it afterwards to support the discussion or the writing. Next up is a reading comprehension, which is in the style of SATs. We've chosen one part of the story to tell in prose. Let's give this first question a go. Could you say to your neighbor 2 of the 4 words which describe Mars in the first paragraph? You could have had any of red or dusty, barren or empty. With both key stages, this works really well for reluctant readers because the children have literally just experienced this reading comprehension firsthand. And because it's chunked small, it's a bit more accessible than the actual SATs paper. Similarly, our grammar and punctuation resource is also in the style of SATs. This is currently just for Key Stage 2, and it's differentiated for years 3 and 4 versus years 5 and 6. And these 7 questions actually follow the narrative of the experience. And so, again, it's an engaging, story-based way into this technical bit of literacy. Last up are our writing opportunities. For many teachers, like this one who's tweeted, this is the culmination of a Now Press Play experience. Teachers find children are able to write very fluently and richly because they've just been to Mars or the Amazon rainforest or through the water cycle. You can use our tasks, you can adapt them, you can create your own from scratch. With the writing, it really is worth capitalizing on the experience, as you will see the difference in what the children produce. And finally, early years have their own specialized resources. It begins not with Recap, Discuss, and Quiz, but Recap, Create, and Play. And these kick off with discussion questions, slightly simpler, as you would imagine. And then we provide a collection of creative exercises so that you can extend the imaginative world of the experience into your classroom. And these ideas are inspiration, really. They might elicit different ideas for you or indeed for your children. We begin with some art and design, a treasure map here, there's a telescope thing, a few more bits and pieces. On the next slide, we have a kind of running around active game. And down here, a role play where we land on Treasure Island, almost reenacting what's happened in the experience, but letting the children guide the direction a bit more. Lots of our EYFS experiences also have songs. So these are here with the backing tracks. And you might combine these activities so that you use your toilet roll telescope, for example, in your role play, and then you sing this song. You can really make a whole day of this or longer. For EYFS, we also have these word mats. These are hand-drawn illustrations, and like the glossaries, they cover all the key learning words. And finally, this action storyboard allows you to effectively repeat the whole experience afterwards, but with you leading it at your pace. Or some teachers actually do this exercise before the experience, almost like a dress rehearsal. By the way, Key Stage 1 teachers, particularly Year 1, you might be thinking, well, we do pirates. And yes, all of our EYFS content is also available for Key Stage 1. So this pirates experience, for example, also has the more grown-up Key Stage 1 resources. So if you are doing pirates in Year 1, you're obviously very welcome to do these more kind of creative exercise, but there is also available to you the reading comprehension and the writing opportunities. I hope that gives you an overview of how by using these follow-on resources, you can capture the wow moment of the experience and then see the improvements in your children's retention, their discussion skills, and their literacy. Thank you very much.